Hello everyone, welcome to Guangzhou Serrano. I'm Lin Jerong. Today I will introduce to you a 60 tray Pioneer P60 movable air dryer. There are 3 or 5 horses to choose from in the small 60 plate. So let's take a look at this machine today. First of all, it's a mobile machine. Six directional wheels. The 4 outermost ones have brake wheels. So anytime you dry it, you just move it somewhere. You set this wheel in place, just do a positioning, then it won't run around. So this is the mobility of our machine. Then let's take a look at its overall configuration. Okay, let's set it right a little bit. The monitoring box is here, we can open it. This is one of our control screens. It supports temperature and humidity control. So this is one of our electronic control systems. Our electronic control system is very neat. All of the wiring follows the standard for electricians. Then we use contactors that are Schneider's. We can take a look at this series by Schneider. LCEDS. This series is currently a better standard for contactors in electrical appliances. Then let's take a look at our terminal again. So this is one incoming line of our 3 lines of fire, plus a 0 line. So we're going to take the wire out of here, then connect it to our terminal. It forms a main current outside, connected to our dryer. Then the dryer is powered on, and then here we have a card slot. Let's take a look at this card. When this card slot is removed, it is a card slot that can be remotely operated. Then insert a card slot remotely. Both we can control our dryer on our mobile phone. It includes on and off. It's always wet. Process adjustments can be made here. Okay, let's take a look again. Let's take a look at this filter. Okay, what about our filter? It's what we usually do. Usually, we have to suck and absorb air from the outside world. So this has a certain suction. The fan in front of us, when this fan in front blows the wind out, here, next to us, there will be wind in here. Then there must be a filter when the air enters. You can't contaminate your machine because of the dust outside. So this is a detail of a design. Okay, let's move on. Let's look at the standard for copper pipes. 952. Take a look at this finger. A copper pipe diameter of 9.52 millimeters. And then it's all corrugated copper pipes. A corrugated copper pipe 0.26 thick. This is a high temperature dryer series using Guru and Z W6 W4 arc compressor. So this unit, with a blessing from this compressor, the maximum temperature of a machine can reach 75 degrees. Then let's take a look at our moisture removal fan again. Here's the dehumidification fan. Our moisture exhaust fan adopts a large exhaust fan. We have a louver in front of our dehumidification fan. When the moisture is drained, we're going to hold it up here. Then it spews out water, vapor, and heat. We will pass through our copper pipe for heat recovery. Then this machine has a process of excreting moisture heat and recovering it. Then the so-called dehumidification. And no intake, no dehumidification. So where's the intake? We can zoom out a bit. Take a look at the one above us. Fresh air valve. When you start the dehumidification fan, our fresh air valve port will open. Then why design this fresh air valve port? Because during your dehumidification process, the whole box is sealed. If you just take your breath out and not your breath in, there will be negative pressure circulation inside. The fan is turning slower and slower. Uneven drying. Poor dehumidification. If you don't add this new air valve, so in the process of a valve port for moisture removal cannot be opened. There are many designs of this type of machine on the market. Many did not add a new air valve as big as this, then it will definitely encounter a problem. Poor dehumidification, because you're not breathing. Why do you dehumidify after the gas inside is drained? This valve port can support this valve port. Let's take a look at this valve port. The valve port can't be opened, then you didn't drain moisture. This is a design for moisture removal and fresh air. We all do it. I have done a better moisture removal design. Let's look again.
Our internal structure. Take a look at this door inside us. We can look at the crack in the door. We are an integrated door. So what about this door? It's not like some simple door. All its seals are very good. The whole thing goes down. It's all tight fit lining. Okay, let's turn it on. Let's open this door. So let's take a look. This is us. This is our interior. We have an Intelli 30.55 kilowatts on the side, 1 axial flow fan.
The axial flow fan will put the above condenser, which is also a corrugated copper pipe with a diameter of 9.52 millimeters. It generates heat that we pump out through fans. The wind that comes out, we can see the wind from our bathhouse at our location. It has a gap. The front is blocked. There is a gap in the back. When the wind reaches the bottom, it will cross into this channel. After crossing this passage, it will go to the back. It forms a process of left and right cycle. Then during the entire heating process,
it warms up. Then the material will produce water vapor. Because your hot air is relatively large, when the hot air is large, thus the temperature. The evaporated water vapor of its material should be discharged through the exhaust fan below us. This is the dehumidification system we just talked about. Then take a look at the top again. There is a fresh air valve port on it. Then all our dehumidification is a ventilation process with one in and one out. At the same time, the humidity counting around then we're doing the humidity fan. Our circulating fans are one in and one out. Fuji on one out electric. Of course, this brand is commonly the most commonly used and largest drying equipment in the industry. The motor is also the most stable. So let's look at some more details. Okay, so let's take a look at this door first. When you were at this drying room, you accidentally went in, it was closed inside. What to do then? Here's one. Take a look. I pressed it in and here we checked it. I can see from the inside, and this is a guarantee of safety. When you have a dryer, a high temperature situation, people go in and accidentally close the door. How to save yourself? Just rely on this. Then we have a key parameter in the entire dry room. Let's take a look. Okay, first, let's take a look at the square tube. A 3 centimeter square tube is used as a straight support. This is also a 3 centimeter square tube. Stainless steel. And now we look at the height of one layer of our blade. 10 centimeter, when each gap is 10 centimeters. The wind resistance of your material circulation air will be smaller. To achieve a better effect, the general rule is to design a positive gap of about 9 to 10 centimeters. Then let's take a look at the length of the blade. The blade length is 3.5 centimeters. We can take a look at the thickness of the blade. 2 millimeters. It's 2.0 millimeters. This is a blade. Then this is our tray. Then let's measure the blade size. Once to the end. We want the device to actually be about 60 centimeters wide. Let's measure the length. 80 centimeters in length. So the whole plate is 80 times 60 centimeters in size. Then the plate is from the 60 side. Push it in. Put 30 here. Let's put 30 here. After put it away, close the door and start trying. Then press start in the control panel after we power it on. So let's take a look at the appearance now. One size appearance. Let's start with the size. 1 meter, 8. The whole box is 1.8 meters. If we are 1.95 meters above the ground, 1 meter 95 is good. This is the height of our whole, not a meter good. 1 meter 53. The width is 1.5 feet meters. The door is fully open. We don't need to test it. Let's measure the length again. It's 2 meters 68 meters long. At the door about 2.7 meters. If at the door, it will be about 2 meters 78 meters in length. Then this is the external size of our home machine. So can you put it at home? Look in this perimeter. You know our door is facing the outside of the side. So you can put it in task to select that a machine. And when I turn it on, let's see how fast it eats up. You're welcome to follow me. Wait for the next video. I am Guangzhou Cerberus. If I wrong.